Hello, welcome everyone to my channel. This is Miriam here at the Paper Wheel Studio, home of the Wheelchair Crafter. Forgive me there for a minute, my mind just went totally blank. Let's zip, all gone. So, thank goodness I got it back before I started my video. Okay, today we are going to make what I call shirt pockets. I started one here. I have one of these little punchies that is I got it on Amazon. It is a fake stapler, or a stapleless stapler. That's what they call them. And it takes a good bit of strength to push down on. So I usually have someone help me. I can't push it down hard enough. You essentially slip your paper in like this with your vellum, and you can just punch it and you get these little pieces here at the bottom like that. Unfortunately, I was checking them and a couple of mine popped open, so I'm going to put in some score tape to close it. But starting over, show you here what we got, what we're working with. Start all over, Miriam. You're getting all discombobulated here. So I had these vellum sheets, like you put over wedding invitations. Okay? They're already folded there. They already overlap. So all I had to do was fold down the corners. This one got folded as well, but I'll show you how we can fix that. You just simply fold down the corners like this. You've got your overlap down your center. And we're just going to fold those corners down. And it is, minus the sleeves, it's a shirt pocket. So I'm calling these faux shirt pockets. I got my corners folded down. And I brought along some buttons here. So what I'm going to do is use some of my score tape. Usually, I hope you won't be able to see it when I put it down. I'm going to put a little piece here and then a piece down the center. Actually, I think I'm just going to put the piece down the center and not worry about that on the bottom. That way it won't be so obvious. So I'm going to cut a piece that is long enough here. Then I'll put it down because I want to use both hands. I got to hold the vellum up and then put it down. So it doesn't have to go from top to bottom. We're just getting the, getting a shirt shape with a pocket. Wow, I think I need more coffee today. All right, so I'm going to put this piece down on here, right along the edge. Yeah, you can see it, but let me get that red off of there. Get that really stuck down good here. Just using my fingernail to push it down. And let's see. Oh, there it goes. Peel the red off. And I'm going to get, oh, it came all the way across there. I managed to pull it apart all the way across the bottom. Usually those hold fairly good. The others on the other side are holding. I don't know why this side didn't. And since it did that, I'm going to go ahead and cut me a piece here for the bottom and put across there to hold it. It's probably because I don't have a lot of strength and I tried to do it and then I had somebody help me and it just, I'm sure the average person could operate the stapleless stapler without too much problem, but score tape works just as well, and it hides, you can't see it, it doesn't pucker your vellum, and you can't see it for the most part. when you are putting it down to hold your vellum together. So this is just going to be a large pocket. I'm not sure it'll fit in the journal I'm making. If it doesn't, it will go in another journal. You really don't need to decorate these a lot. You can if you want, but you really don't need to. Yeah, that one doesn't want to come off there as easily as the other, so let me try from this end. I'm doing the 100 Days of Crafting, so welcome. If you are new to my channel, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate every one of you for coming on here and following my YouTube channel. I've gained some new subscribers in the last couple days, so I welcome you. And please feel free to comment below and be sure you watch my giveaway video, as I will be doing that drawing very soon to give away. I'll be drawing it first thing in the morning. Wow. Now we're going to watch Miriam just play with score tape all day, trying to get the backing off. Any volunteers want to come and help me get the backing off my score tape here? It's a shame you can't reach out through YouTube land and all right, I think I got it that time, maybe. Acts like it wants to come off there, but it's taking it all with it. Ugh! Pull the other side off here if I'm not careful. Huh. I did have a straight pen here. Let me see where my straight pen went, and I'll see if I can use it. Well, when all else fails, get a very long needle. Give me a moment here. I thought this video was going to be short and sweet, but at this rate, it might be an hour. Back here and reach one of my extra long needles out of my goodies here that I keep on my desk. All right, here we go. Now let's see if I can get it with my super duper long needle here. Have you ever seen a needle this long? Of course, Amazon. Find anything on Temu or Amazon. I'm kind of anxious to see if we start getting some more scrapbooking products made in the United States. Because if things are shipping from overseas, if the tariffs affect crafting supplies, then there we go. I got it. At least I think I got it. I just can't get a hold of it now. Alright. I don't edit things out of my videos because I like people to see, you know, the time it takes for me to do things. So now I have this. It is sealed down the middle and at the bottom. So if I had, say, a very large tag, let me pull something from my little box here that I have already made for my journal that I'm working on. All right, this is a pocket, but you'll get the idea. You could put a very large wide tag down in here and you would see through. You could also, this could be used in a journal if you wanted it to hold photos even. That would be really cool to hold your photos. I need another little dot of score tape down there at the bottom. So we're going to put just a wee tiny little piece in the center. and you want to bring along some buttons. I have some red buttons that I laid aside especially for this particular one. Like I said, I'm not sure the width on these. If you give me a moment, I'll grab a ruler here and I can check the width for you so that you would know what it is. There we go. We'll put that there. And where did my nice long needle go? Yep, over here. Clear over here. I tell you, I can lose something in a big hurry on my desk. And I'm not the neatest crafter. If you've been around, you know that. I never claimed to be a neat crafter. Struggle, struggle. Struggle with score tape. Just some double-sided sticky tape I got on Amazon. Needle's not even working for me today. There, maybe. Well, where is, I know I have a glue stick here. We're going to just use the glue stick there on the end and hope it doesn't pucker. If it does, we can put washi tape across there and hold it too. You could also close these up with washi tape without any problem. I think that'll work because that is just right there where the stapler went, the first place. Okay. All right, so there we got that. Then you can just simply put your buttons right on top. And I know men's shirts go over differently than ladies' shirts. I mean, I'm designing this to be more like a man's shirt, but I'm not concerned over which one flaps over because I don't think when anybody looks at the journal that's really going to come to mind. So, I'll put these on here. Make sure I get them all toward one side because that's how buttons are done. And then we'll have that there, which I think looks kind of cool, though I am going to move them over some. Let them overlap the edge just a wee bit because I think it looks better. And now I need to find my, there it is, hiding. This is just a white PVA glue. It will hold really almost anything. It holds lace, all that kind of stuff. It's very similar to art glitter glue. So we're just going to, you could also go ahead and put some thread in these buttons if you wanted to prior to gluing them down so it looks as if they were actually sewn on. I didn't do that, but that always is an option. And you got to be careful you don't get carried away with your glue here. Like I am. And of course, I don't have a wipe. All right, that should be good, like that. I'm going to, actually this time, instead of putting it on the button, maybe I won't get as much. I'm going to put a little pile here on my shirt. And where they go, and then just stick my buttons down. Try to give them, you know, even spacing and kind of about the same into a straight line there. Yeah, much better. Putting the glue on the vellum before I did it. All right, you can see the white there, but once that glue dries, you will not be able to see that. You could even make bow ties for these. And since my vellum folded, I'm going to try something here and see. I'm just going to cut, you know how shirts have that look from the collar in the front? Yeah, there we go. Just going to give it a little cut to make it a little more shirt-like. Does it really matter how you do this? I'm eyeballing it so that they're even, but not all shirts are going to be even when the collars are folded down either. So you can keep that in mind. So now we have this. And that's really all there is to these, folks. You just seal the bottom, fold your vellum over so it meets in the middle, and you can put some buttons on, and now you have this really super large pocket. You could also put a little dab of glue or score tape under these. I'm not going to. I like it as is, and I said I would measure this for you. So let me grab a ruler here somewhere. Yeah, here's my clear ruler. I'll grab it. And I can tell you how wide these are. There's my inches. This is a little under 5 inches wide, so it should fit most journals. And it'll just be a full page pocket. Or you could, that one is a little crooked there. Let's see if we can still slide it a little. There, that's better. Or you could put these on the front of a journal and make it your front journal pocket or your back journal pocket. If you don't want to make them from vellum, I did bring a couple 6x6 pieces of paper along. And I thought I would show you how you could make one with just, this is just real thin 6x6 decoupage like paper that I got from Amazon, I believe it was. So I'm going to, again, just fold my papers in. Would you look at that? Those butterflies actually can match up. Is that not the coolest thing ever? I think so. I think it's really cool that you can put your butterflies like that, and look, they match right up. Just barely overlapping there. It does not need to be a lot. And then you can fold back your, works well if you have a double-sided paper. And these just look, you know how Hawaiian shirts look? Anybody ever remember the Hawaiian shirt style where everyone wore the floral print, large flower print type Hawaiian shirts? It was a style for a while. I don't know. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so I'll be 60 this year, so it's hard to tell how long ago it was. Now, I don't want to get glue up inside here, so we'll grab a piece of cardstock here that I think will work, maybe? Nope. Why can't I find anything? Okay. Here is an extra, I'll take a little piece of paper off this pad. I got a whole pad of these, so, and there's duplicates, so I'm not too worried about using up a piece in my gluing here. But I don't want to glue this shirt closed, so I'm going to put that in there while I glue down the center here. And with your papers, you would just do it the same. You want to kind of go as fine as you can with your glue. That way it will be less likely to pucker, your paper to pucker if it doesn't get real wet. Of course, if you use something like your Fabri-Tac or a glue that does not pucker your paper, you'll be doing good. Just going to take it all the way to the bottom, and I'll show you how we can shorten this really simple, and it will give the pocket a little bit more stability. So I'm just going to use my finger tool here and just spread that towards the edges, since it's such a small overlap there. But I wanted my butterflies to match up. So that's why I did it like that. All right, now that piece of paper will catch any glue that seeps out on the inside, and we won't be gluing that shut. Yeah, see, a little bit did. There we go. We'll just pull that part out. Then we have this. And now I'm going to take and fold this up to where you can fold it wherever you'd like. If you have an idea how long your tag is, just fold it up to wherever you would like to have it folded. And this is something that will be glued down, so it really doesn't matter. If you are not going to glue it down, then you might want to cut that off and make it a little bit neater. So you really don't have to glue the bottom shut on this particular one. You can just fold it up on the bottom. Cut this off if you want to cut off your extra. I'm just going to add glue around my edges and fold it up. And that makes the pocket itself have just a little more sturdiness. So these shirt pockets are super simple. Super, super simple. All right, fold that up. If anything is hanging over my edges because I have bad folding, which it is a little bit on this side, so I'm just going to come along with my scissors and snip, snip. Just trim that up. Nobody will be the wiser. So now we have this. And we need 2 or 3 pretty buttons to put in the center. And since it is a shirt, I try to, if I make these, I try to use a couple matching buttons. If I can find them quickly enough without, oh, would you look at that? I got 2 matching ones right there. See if I can come up with a third here before I go too far down. Actually, I like these ones that are, let's see, that one, this one would be good. And I think that's pretty much the same. Nope, I don't think that one's one. That one's kind of more white, so we're going to get the ones that look a little bit more vintage, like those. 3. Put those to the side. And I'm just going to glue these 3 buttons on here, and it will be completely finished. Then I think I'll do one more for you. Have any questions? Or you have any other ideas about how this could be altered? You can decorate these up in any way that you want. I'm just keeping them as plain short pockets for now, since I'm not quite sure where I will end up using them yet. Just putting my buttons on and making them as even as I can down the front. And since this is vellum, not paper, I'm going to go ahead and put a little dab of glue here to hold down my collar. Put a little dab back here too. Okay. So now we have this shirt pocket. And again, it will hold a tag. That's not a tag. Miriam, where are your tags? Here we go. This is one of my smaller tags. It's a bit small for this, but you could put a couple tags down in there. A smaller picture. Really, they could be used for anything. So we've got that one. Let's do one more, since it doesn't take hardly any time at all to do these. I've got this paper that's got all this printing on here. It says Paris. So let's just fold this together. Fold them so, you know, they meet in the middle. Because we want our, you know, our sides that we fold down to be fairly equal. It looks like that would be the middle. And I think I have enough room this time. Yeah. Interesting how it had that color, but you fold it together and it looks like two completely different colors. Same piece of paper. So let's, I kind of like it that way. But we're going to do it this way. So I'm just going to, I haven't folded my corners down, but I'm going to guess where I've started with them. And just glue this down all the way. I didn't put a piece of paper between it, but I'll make sure it's not glued shut. As soon as I turn my corners down, we'll give that a minute. Turn my corners down. And turn this corner down as well. And we kind of have a little bit of a rose on that corner. That looks cool. Can't see the whole thing, but it still looks pretty cool. I like it. Have you all been in your craft rooms creating today? Tomorrow starts a new monthly challenge. A lot of people did Mass Make March online. And Seven Plaza, Margaret at Seven Plaza, and Tony at Crafting with Tony are doing a collaboration with some other very, very talented creators. I must have a lot of these buttons, so we're going to just, that's not, I don't think that's exactly the same. This one, oh, here's a couple, just two hole buttons. Let's see if these are the same. Nope. Let me dump out some more buttons so I can get 3 alike. Runaway button. We had a runaway button. All right. Got 2 of these. And my little scrappy thing. And I think I have some more of these. Yeah. I have one of those, and do I see one more? You guys are probably yelling, there it is. That'll match. That'll match. I love these 2. We'll try one more chance here to get another one of these ones that I have laid out here. I have a third one because I really do like them. That is kind of like them, but it looks to be a different size. Well, oh, here, this might be one. There we go. I found a third one. So we're going to use these 3 buttons. Let's fold up the back. See where I want it. I'm just eyeballing it. You can make these as long and tall or short and fat as you want, depending on the size of your paper. So that looks to be a good place. And I'm going to fold that up. Hopefully I don't end up with any pieces over with this one. So we're just going to fold that up to create our bottom pocket. And I'm just going, now you could also, if you wanted to fold this up and just glue down the back, you would have another pocket on this side. But mine are going to be glued down, so I'm going to just simply fold it up and glue it. I mean, there's anything someone makes, there's always a lot of alternatives that you could try and just experiment with your paper. If you're afraid you're going to ruin your good paper, then wait till you get some junk mail that you're just going to throw in the trash anyway. Cut it up and see how whatever it is that you're wanting to make will turn out with your junk mail. Use it to make your first experiment of whatever you're trying to create. Or use some less loved scrapbook paper to create it. And remember, you're just getting started, so that wants to pop up there. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue, unlike the other one that stayed down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here to hold it down. There we go. Really gonna get this pressed down here so it'll stay good and pressed. Nothing like a freshly pressed shirt, right? Okay, now we're gonna put down the buttons. It's a shame buttons can't be put on like this. I guess you could with Fabri-Tac, couldn't you? If you didn't want to sew them, you could put your button on with Fabri-Tac on your actual clothes. Not sure how well it would hold, but certainly could be tried. Don't know that I've ever done it. They have hem stuff that you can use and press your material together and use it, so I'm sure they have stuff you could hold your buttons on with. Even maybe something besides Fabri-Tac. All right. So now, of course, buttons aren't always the same, turned in the same way when you have them on a shirt. But we'll kind of try to even these up and get them to look spaced and that type of thing. There we go. So we made this one and this one out of double-sided decoupage 6x6 papers. And then we have this one made out of a piece of vellum. What is that? Oh, that's my piece I used for gluing purposes. I'll just save it and use it for collaging or something else. So we have these 3 button pockets. I call them shirt pockets, faux shirt pockets. All right. Oh, let me show you one other thing you can do with these. I just happened to see it laying over here. If you want to put a pocket on your shirt, you could also glue down a mini pocket. And I had this little square here with one of my bugs on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down on my vellum. And I'm going to glue it on the bottom and 2 sides. So it will be an actual pocket. And I might have a mini tag or something that I can put in this. Or I could cut a little piece of material to look like a hanky. Just going to put this down on here and try to get my edges without making a mess of my table. Took me a little bit to get all my glue cleaned off my table, so I highly recommend you don't do that. There we go. All right. Now we have a shirt with a bug pocket. Make sure I get it on here straight. Now I'm just going to hold it down for a few minutes till that glue grabs. Just pressing it down. And I'm going to wipe off the excess glue around it. And now you have a shirt with a bug pocket. And it is an actual little pocket. I've got one of my paper clips here. So it's not quite dry enough to put something in, but it would work as a little pocket. So that's it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I made my shirt pockets Please like and subscribe if you've not already done so. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now, everyone.